All right, we've just learned that the verdict in count one is guilty. The jury has just returned a guilty verdict, Leon, in the conspiracy RICO charge against Jimmy Dimora. Essentially, what that means is that the jury has found that he ran Cuyahoga County government as a criminal enterprise for his own personal gain.
That's the big one. That's the big one, Ron. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's the big one that we were watching very closely.
Oh, it is, Leon, because again, it means that they have found him also guilty of at least two subsequent charges, which are going to include bribery, obstruction of justice, mail fraud, honest services mail fraud, which I can get into later at a later date when we get to those counts. But this is a very significant charge, and it could very well lay the groundwork for guilty verdicts in subsequent charges, Leon.
And with that one, there is a heavy, heavy penalty under those RICO charges or the racketeering charges. Could you speak a little bit to that, Ron? Can you tell us what the sentence could be on a guilty on racketeering?
Sure, Leon. Just right off the bat, Mr. Dimora now faces up to 20 years in prison and a $25,000 fine just based on the RICO conspiracy racketeering charge. But it also significantly now opens up his assets for seizure. Many of those assets will be, the government will try to recoup what it calls were the financial damages due from the bribery schemes. In other words, there were trips to Las Vegas. There was a autographed Beanie Wells football jersey, Ohio State jersey. And these are just some of the small bribes. The larger ones, of course, were tens of thousands of dollars worth of home improvements done at Jimmy Dimora's home. So when you get done tallying that up, and I want to point out there was an IRS agent in the courtroom throughout the entire